give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody go situate, and we will begin. Just 1 second. Why you're not... What I say? Why you not letting me do that? Stop that. I cannot appreciate you doing that. Alright, give me just a second. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second. One second. And let's do that. And let's do that. And welcome back, Boinglings. I am the expert, the master of disaster, the one and only voice seer, Cinema Stroller, and we are here with a different Zatsudan because I got how to do just Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's talk about Digimon. I was gonna have some Digimon music playing, but you know, considering the fact that every time I seem to play any form of music, there's copyright stuff happening. No music, so I felt like talking about some Digimon, because I've been on a Digimon kick lately. Again, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I got recommended some, Digimon World 2 videos, and it kind of spiraled from there. Because Digimon World 2 it's a game. It is a game. Again, I saw Digimon World 1, Digimon World 3. I saw some things for Digimon World Next Order, some music, which it has some really banger tracks in it. I didn't see much of Cyber Sleuth. I think I remember Cyber Sleuth. I think I played a little of that years and years ago over at Buddy's place, but that was years and years ago. Anyways, for now, what are we talking about? This anime, huh? How many of you have watched the anime? Anyone here? Anyone remember how old this anime is? How old is this anime? When did this first air? I must find out. Wow, it only lasted a year? 54 episodes in 1 year. Okay. So it only lasted a year. Wait, hold on. Wait, what was that? What year? 1999, 2000? Is that for the US or overall? 1999, how many years ago was that? 26 years ago. 26 years ago. Did this really come out in 1999? I feel like this came out earlier than 1999, didn't it? Am I just crazy? I think I'm just crazy. I did take some time to rewatch all of this a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It was some time ago where I just sat down and watched all of season 1, 2, 3. Finally watched 4, 5, and 6. 6 I had to watch in Japanese because I don't think it had all in English. I didn't watch anything past 6 yet. I kind of want to, but I don't know where to go and watch the rest of them. That and I've been a little bit busy, you know, with my own thing. Anyways, season 1, from what I remember, you got, okay, I may have to ask you that later than hate. Season 1, I remember rewatching it, and I'm like, man, yeah, I know it's not for you, I know, but, I remember watching it, and the fights just, like, they're a non-thing. That's the thing about a lot of the Digimon series, in the anime, fights are kind of a non-thing. It really did come out in 1999? Dude, I swear I don't remember it being in 1999. I swear it was like 1995 or sooner. I swear it was not 1999. Because I could have sworn I was real young. Hold on, let me think. No, that would be right. That would be right. That would be around the time that, yeah, that's around the right time, I think. I still think it was sooner than that, though. But, yeah. Again, the fights in all of the series, from what I've seen, I don't know if they make the fight scenes better after a Cross Wars, but, they're kind of a non-thing. And if you watch the very first series, you will see just how much of a non-thing fights are. It's just, think of like, it was 97. Was it really 97 for the first Digimon V-Pet? Really? Wow. But, yeah, it basically just, do you like seeing this one hack over and over and over? Do you want to see that one hack again? How about again? I'm sure it'll work a fifth time. Like, seriously, they have, like, one hack that they always use. And it's the only hack they ever use. Like, I know Pokemon kind of does the same thing. Actually, does Pokemon do the same thing because they have more than one thing? I think it might be the same thing as Pokemon, right? I don't know, I never watched Pokemon very much. I watched, like, the first series and only a few episodes. They baked on Pokemon's popularity? I guess so, but, like, it kind of falls flat. Not gonna lie, kind of falls a little bit flat. Just seeing the same thing over and over and over. And when you think of, like, power scaling makes no sense, dude. It makes no sense. They know 5-6 moves. I suppose that is true. Give me a second. Give me a second. 1 second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Here we go. Like, when you have an ultimate fight in Omega, I don't think an ultimate should be able to beat Omega. You know? But, you see that happen a lot. You see that happen a lot. And it makes you go, how? You're just an ultimate level, and you're beating a mega level. I think that happened with Champion being the ultimate too. Is that what happened like the early first season? Like, it was Airdromon, right? Did they fight and beat Airdromon? Like, who fought Airdromon? Someone fought him, and he was an ultimate level Digimon, and they won, somehow. It wasn't Hogemon, was it? Like, if it was Hogemon, then what the heck? But I remember that happening. Who else was in the Digimon arc that was ultimate? Was it only Airdromon? Concrete Harrymon is what could be Airdromon? Really? Of all the people that beat Airdromon, it was Concrete Harrymon? Nah. And it's funny because I think that's actually the only ultimate you see until you get to the Edamon arc. And then it was just ultimates all the time. It was just ultimates all day, every day. All the way through Edamon. Well, I was gonna say all the way through Edamon, but that's not true because, was it Kakahorymon during the Edamon arc? I think he was. Leomon's not ultimate. Wait. No, Leomon's a champion. We don't know what Leomon's ultimate form is. We never saw his ultimate. He went from champion to Mega. Somehow. I don't know how, but somehow he made it skip ultimate to go to Mega. Unless they reclassified him as an ultimate for some reason. I always remember him being a champion because of him and Ugramon always find one another. If they're both champions, and Ugramon's the champion. What do you mean Sacred Leomon is an ultimate? What? How? I remember him being the Mega. I swear Sacred Leomon was a Mega. Didn't they call him a Mega in the anime? You're trying to pull mind tricks on me. You're trying to pull mind tricks on me. Why are you trying to do this to me? Don't do this to me. You know what? You know what? Saber Leomon. I swear. You are, yeah, it says he's a Mega. Graph Leomon? Who the heck is Graph Leomon? Who is this guy? I don't even know who this dude is. Did he ever show... I don't think he ever showed up in anime, did he? No, he did not. We've never seen, this guy at all. And who the heck is Ice Leomon? Really? It's literally just Leomon as ice. Oh, okay. Pagiamon. I remember this guy because he's actually in Digimon World 1. He's coming out in Digimon World 1, though. I actually forgot all about this guy. Pulsate Pier. He was in the anime, apparently? I don't know which anime he was in, but okay. Bonko Leomon. I believe I remember Bonko Leomon. He's in, Series 5? The one with, Mr. Goog who just punches everyone? Which is like the silliest, like, okay. He apparently doesn't need any Digimon, he just punches everything and steals their data. We'll get to that later if I'm remembering that right. But yeah, Season 1 is just, it's okay. It's an okay start to the series. It's kind of corny. You can kind of guess what's gonna happen a lot of times. I mean, it's a 1999 kids show. It's gonna be corny. It's gonna be, you know, hammy. It's gonna be easy to figure out what's gonna happen for the most part. It is what it is. The cast. I don't know what I think about the cast. Who was your favorite of the main Gigsgeskins? Anyone have any favorite Gigsgeskins? I mean, I did like Enamon. Enamon was a silly guy. He's probably one of my favorite of the villains. But if I had to pick a favorite villain, it probably would have to go to Myutismon. It probably has to go to Myutismon. Although I do like Machine Dramon, but like, Machine Dramon didn't do anything. They made Machine Dramon so much of a joke in the anime compared to like Digimon World 1 and whatnot. Kari was pretty good. I liked her more in Season 2 than Season 1, though. Season 1, I think I like, honestly, I think I like, Hai and Joe. Probably Hai and Joe. I wasn't really a big fan of Matt, really. And I didn't care about Hike. Nobody cares about Hike. Anyone care about Hige in Season 1? Antlamon? Antlamon. Yeah, he got better in Ohu. He got better in the second season. A lot of the characters got better in the second season. Like, I like Matt more in Season 2 than Season 1. I mean, he was kinda cool in Season 1, but he was also kinda, you know, annoying. He was kinda a little bit annoying in Season 1. Still not as annoying as, you know, Hike. No one is as annoying as Hike. They are all kids. And when you're a kid, you know, that's just a trait that kids have, especially like 10, 11-year-olds. Actually, I don't remember how old they are. I think it's around 10, 11. And Hike is like, what, 7 or something? He's just a tiny little kid. Sora was okay. Sora, I think, is better than Mimi. Mimi was, you know, it's Mimi. It's Mimi. Was Kari younger than Hike? Really? For being younger than him, she sure was more mature than him. Not gonna lie. She's more mature than Hike ever was in Season 1. But to be fair, you know, there's, reasons for that, I think. She was still sick. That is true. That is true. Which arc is your favorite arc? There's like four different arcs. We got the Devimon arc, we got the Enemon arc, we got the Myotismon arc, and then we have the Dark Masters arc. So 4 different arcs you can split the series into. And it's funny when you think about it, because there's only, what, 54 episodes, I think it said? That is not the thing. There is only 54 episodes. So if you split it into 4 arcs, that's what? Pygmon? Pygmon soaked up with Dark Masters arc. That was the last, arc. And it's funny because later on, I just associated Pygmon with, Kefka. Like, Pygmon and Kefka are one and the same to me. It's just Pygmon is, you know, Sword Kefka. They're the same character to me. They really are. Pygmon is a pretty good villain. It's just that you don't really get to see much of Pygmon. Oh, he shows up with Ghost Game? I really should watch the, other series. I'll see what's after Cross Wars. Because I know there's like a couple series before, Ghost Game. But, in the Devimon arc, who was in the Devimon arc? Who was the very first one that they fought? It was, Kawagamon, right? And that's, Kawagamon lost a Greymon. That was the very first thing that happened, if I recall. Well, I say very first thing, but... Who was after Kawagamon? I know there was Seadramon. I think that's when Ikakumon showed up. There was, Monochromon? But I don't know who fought Monochromon. And of course we have, you know, Ogremon that shows up all the time. We got Leomon. We got Devimon. Was it the V-Dramon in, The V-Dramon was during, Myotismon's arc, right? I think. Yeah, the V-Dramon was there. Who is in here? Oh, right, Airdramon. Which, there's no reason that they should have been able to beat Airdramon with a champion. Like, really? You're being an ultimate with a champion? That Airdramon must have really sucked. Or Airdramon as a Digimon just sucks in general. We also had, what, Numamon? I think Numamon was in, Season 1, right? Oh, right, it was, wait. Was Monsaemon? Yeah, Monsaemon was in, Season 1, too. Because Monsemon got beat by Hogemon. So there's two Ultimates that got beaten by champions. Two Ultimates that got beaten by champions. Was Sukamon in Season 1 or Season 1, Arc 1, or was Sukamon in Arc 2? I don't remember when Sukamon and Tumon showed up. I know Numamon was Arc 1. I don't remember. Is here Arc 1 or Arc 2? I know they had a thing for Nimi. Nimi? Mimi, not Nimi. I'm mixing up names now. No, it's not the Hayfair. It's the Rex girl over here. Get the name straight. So we know. I think Kakatorimon. Is that when Bertramon showed up? When did Bertramon show up? Actually, when did Garurumon show up? Who did Garurumon and Bertramon fight? I don't remember who they fought. You know what? We could probably go here and take a look. There was an RPG. Oh, there was an RPG retelling of the PSP. Interesting. Let's look. That doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't tell me anything. Those are the main characters. No! I want, and you know what? I'll just look at the episodes. Where's the episodes? Where's the episodes? Give me the episodes. So let's see. There's Greymon. Garurumon. Oh, Garurumon fought Monochromon. Okay. So that's what happened. And Biyomon became Bertramon. Was it Kakatorimon? No, Maramon. You know, I forgot all about Maramon. Maramon kind of just, you know, he was a non-thing. I don't even remember what Maramon did. Like, I don't remember anything about Maramon. He kind of just was there. Oh yeah, the Black Gears were a thing. I forgot about the Black Gears. And then, you know, once Devimon was defeated, Black Gears stopped being a thing. Yep, Monsemon. This should be Seadramon. Oh, Unimon. Ikakumon fought Unimon? I forgot all about Unimon. Okay, so there's that. Briggsy, oh right, I guess they got separated who groups or something. You know, that seems to happen a lot in Digimon. They're traveling as a group, and then they get separated, like, all the time. That happened so much in Season 1. I think that happened, like, 3-4 different times. Well, like, alright, we're gonna go fight the guy. They lose, like, they get all separated and stuff. I think that happens a lot. Although Season 3, there's only, what, like 3 of them? 4 of them? So, you know, it doesn't really happen that much. But Season 1 and 2, I think it happens, like, all the time. I'm pretty sure it happens in Season 4, like, all the time. So, Briggsymon, I forgot about Briggsymon. Sukamon and Tumon was here. Okay, Sukamon and Tumon was here. And then there was Sentorumon. Man, I just keep forgetting about all these guys. I forgot about Sentorumon. Also, when you really think about it, if they're able to beat ultimate level Digimon, how did they lose to other champions? As champions? Like, they should be able to beat Leomon, right? Like, they shouldn't have any trouble fighting Leomon if they can fight Andromon and freaking Monsemon. I mean, they had Pokemon there in that episode. So it's like, okay, what's the power scaling? Is Leomon stronger than the ultimate? Like they can't beat Leomon? It's goofy. It's so goofy, the power scaling. And Pokemon was here. That's right, I forgot about Pokemon. I forgot about Pokemon. And this one had Electmon. Do we even know what Electmon even, gets evolved into? What does Electmon even become? What's his champion? Oh. Apparently, Electmon can become either Dark Hyranamon, Black Garurumon, or Leomon. Really? He could become Leomon. Really? He could... Okay. He could become Leomon, guys. He could become Leomon. And then Agumon shows up again, you know, goes one move, only one hack, and beats, you know, the big bad. So anticlimactic. It's so anticlimactic. That's the problem with the fights in Digimon. They're so anticlimactic. It's like one hack, and then it's over. One hack. He just uses his signature hack, and, you know, Digimon just dies. And then Agumon dies for, you know, reason. Who knows? Like, I used all my power in this one hack, and it, you know, it destroyed me. Agumon, you're kinda lame. You're kinda lame, Agumon. Give me just a second, if you will. Give me just a second. So after the whole Digimon arc, they head off here. Yeah. This is when they run it in Waymon, right? Yeah, Waymon. I think this is also when they run it in Mega Seadramon. Also, if Digimon was defeated, shouldn't the Black Gears be gone? Unless the Black Gears are just, like, not a part of Digimon? Like, we have the Black Gears, we have the Dark Network in, Arc 2. Arc 3, I don't think we had anything special in Arc 3, right? We didn't have anything special in Arc 3. Arc 4 was divided into zones for each of the Dark Master. I remember that. But, like, we have the Black Gears. They're still around, even though, you know, even though, Digimon is gone. So, I want to say that there was a Mega Seadramon, but maybe that's not... Maybe that's not, Oh yeah! Enamon cheats! I forgot how much Enamon cheats. Oh my god, Enamon is a cheater. Just like, I'm gonna use the Dark Network and you can't Digimon. Like, and that's like his main special ability too, I think, is the Dark Network. If I recall, which is silly, because where, like, it spreads across the entire digital world. Does that mean his access affects wherever the digital world? Is Enamon just, like, busted? Enamon is mainly singing. It is mainly singing. And it just, like, it destroys people. It absolutely destroys people. I remember Pokemon. And it's funny because you get all these champion levels. Like, everyone finally gets their champion levels, right? And episode 15 is where we start getting into the crest. The power-ups for the champions. So, as you can see on the next episode, oh boy, we're starting to get into ultimate levels. It's like, it's only been 16 episodes, and we're already jumping from champion to ultimate. It did not take very long to go to the next level. And here's the funny thing with Season 1, is that we are stuck with ultimate for, like, pretty much the rest of the show, except for 2 people. And we'll get to that when we get to that. And it's just like, why did nobody else ever get to, Mega? Nobody else ever gets a Mega level except for 2 Digimon. Why? Did they just not care about anyone else getting a Mega? Did they just like, nah, these 2 are good enough. We don't need more Mega level Digimon. Or, maybe they're like, okay, we're gonna have these 2 be the crux of the power. If they get taken out, then everyone's just screwed. That's what it feels like. I feel like that's what they were aiming for, was that. But yeah, Skull Greymon. Skull Greymon is, that was definitely an episode. That is, what was it? Other Greymon? Like, there were 2 Greymons? Yeah, there was another Greymon that just fought with our Greymon. And then I just, like, being all power hungry and stuff. He's like, no, you will be an ultimate. I will make you an ultimate. And then he just got corrupted. Your dad has been corrupted. You will now become Skull Greymon. And you cannot control him. And it's funny because, that's just a thing that can happen at any Digimon. Like, it can just get corrupted, it just automatically turn it to, like, a virus. And be uncontrollable and want to destroy everything. The thing is, I don't think we ever saw that ever again in any of the series. Like, unless it happens in, like, unless it happens after Cross Wars, I don't remember. Hamers did? Did that happen with Gilmon? I don't remember it happening in Hamers. But, yeah, it does depend on how the Hamer raises them. But, it's also funny thinking about it when you realize that each, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. I forget the name of that Digimon, anyway, it was kind of terrifying. Like, that Digimon was actually very terrifying. It was like a souped-up version of Megadramon. What was I saying? But yeah, it's like, Agumon has, like, more than just one Digivolution that he could go to, but we only ever see Greymon. Like, you would think that we would see more than just Greymon, but nah, Greymon. This is just his one Digivolution champion. Just his one Digivolution. Never mind that Agumon has, like, probably 4 other Digimon he could become. Nah, it's just Greymon. It's like they have a standard Digivolution line, but they can, like, mutate into other Digivolutions, I guess, is what can happen. And I say Kakahorimon's next. Geogreymon? I don't remember Geogreymon. I don't remember Geogreymon at all. So, Kakahorimon, I'm sure this was someone's fetish episode. I'm sure this was someone's big fetish episode. Because I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, Kakahorimon. I like how Kakahorimon is spelled 2 different ways. There's, this person, and then there's this person. Like, why is it spelled 2 different ways? And it's funny because they shouldn't have any trouble with Kakahorimon. It's just another champion, but it's like, I'm gonna petrify you. You're a statue. Gah! Then again, they didn't have any ultimate levels, but yeah, I know, it is what it is. I mean, They didn't fight any Ultimates yet, right? Well, no, they fought, two Ultimates by this point. Was Waymon an Ultimate? Wait, was Waymon an Ultimate Digimon? I don't think they fought Waymon. Yeah, he's an Ultimate. But they didn't fight Waymon, right? Oh, no, No, they didn't fight him, but they did remove it. I forgot Waymon was the Ultimate. But they didn't fight him, so they still only fought 2 Ultimates. But getting beaten up by Kakehorimon of all Digimon is like, come on. Like, really? You're gonna get petrified? Don't you have any gold needles on hand? Gosh, just cast Stona. Wait, wrong series. And then we get Piximon. I don't think they fought Piximon, right? No. Also, I like how they get after I know Kawagamon. Another Kawagamon. And they had trouble fighting Kawagamon. It's like, bro, you have already fought Kawagamon. This Kawagamon should not be a problem. Why are you losing? It's like, oh my goodness. Unless they couldn't Geeks Roll, but you know. Piximon was an interesting character, honestly. Because, actually, he's not really that interesting of a character. It's funny how you have this tiny little fairy that's the ultimate level that could just, you know, beat the living crap out of people. It's like, it's just a tiny fairy. How is he stronger than, like, freaking Andromon? You would think Andromon would, you know... I don't know why I keep going back to Andromon. He was the first ultimate to show up. Nobody cares about Andromon. Wait, what do you mean Piximon can time travel? What? When was that a thing? I don't remember Piximon being able to time travel. What? That's a thing he could do? Since when? He never did that at the show. I don't think he did that at the show. Also, I forgot about Hariyamon. The ranks are stupid. The ranks are very stupid. Because it's like, yep, he's an ultimate level Digimon. He can just time travel, apparently. Which is like, sir, I'm just gonna go back in time and, you know, just, you know, I'm just gonna ambush you and, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. Also, you know who I forgot about? Gaomon. Freaking Gaomon. Oh, Gaomon. So here's another ultimate level Digimon. This guy was... I don't know, dude. Gaomon was a weird one. Like, here's another guy that was, like, stupidly strong. And, like... I don't know. Like, you couldn't hit the guy, if I recall. Like, you just could not hit the guy, like, ever. There was nothing anyone could do about Gaomon. I think he was he, helping Enamon, or was he, like, just fooling them? I don't remember. I don't think he was part of Enamon's, group, right? I want to say he was, but wasn't. And then we get our first, ultimate level Digimon. Actually, I think yeah, we never got ultimate level Digimon until, Arc 3. Because we get, Metal Greymon here with, Enamon, which, you know... Enamon just being part of the Dark Network, which is like, how is he not fused in the Dark Network? Also, that makes me think, like, if Enamon is using Dark Network as an attack, and he's being, you know, absorbed into the Dark Network, does that mean that the Dark Network is not part of Enamon's attack? It's not actually related to Enamon? Like, how does this work? I don't know how this works anymore. What is the Dark Network? It's apparently its own thing. It doesn't make any sense At all. And it's funny because, like, it was supposed to make, like, Enamon, like, even stronger, right? For some reason. And then he just, like, gets obliterated by Metal Greymon. Like, just, yeah, I'm just gonna blow you up, and, you know, now Enamon's just gone. And somehow Hai and Agumon end up back in, you know, Japan. If I recall, it says something about finding an Ogremon, which I don't remember that. It kind of gets really weird where you find out that they were at the whole world for like months, it feels like, right? But then they come back and it's only been like 5 minutes or something stupid. Which is like, what? That is some time shenanigans. Does that mean that, you know, do humans age faster in the digital world? Or do they stay the same age but time just, you know, passes normally for them like it would in the real world, but it goes like super fast normally, you know what I mean. Like, time goes faster, but they age at their same age in the digital world. Depends on the season. It makes no sense, man. I think they come back after, like, what, a day? And it's been, like, so long in the digital world. And then they, like, just split up, and it's like, bro, why are you splitting up? Why is everyone always splitting up? Stop splitting up, you fools! You fools! You absolute idiot children! Don't you know there's safety in numbers? Why are you splitting up? You fools! Especially in a world. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go this way in this world. I have no idea what's over here. I'm not part of this world. But I'm gonna go off on my own in the world. And it's like, bruh. You don't even know where you're going. You don't know what you're doing? You don't know what you're going? You're probably gonna starve because you're gonna walk into a desert? Also, I like how there's only one episode between Arc 2 and Arc 3. I think that happened with Arc 1 and 2 as well. But, then we get Gebimon. I think Gebimon can become Gebimon. Makes sense, right? It makes sense that Gebimon, or Gebimon would become a Gebimon. It even looks kind of like Gebimon. But, like, so the whole thing about Arc 3 is trying to get everyone back together again. And, you know, people are being stupid, as usual, as children tend to be. And then we get to over here with Matt and Joe. I think it's split off. Like, yeah, it's not all with Hai. It's all split up with everyone. So we get Gurumon, which is our second ultimate. How did he manage to get Gurumon? Oh, that's how. That's how. Hamamon. Dude, I forgot about Hamamon. Hamamon is like he's a weird Digimon. He is such a weird Digimon, dude. Like, it's just an egg. It's a nightmare inside the egg, basically. Like, some of these Digimon are really bizarre. Like, is Hamamon stronger than, like, Piximon or Garamon or Enamon? I don't know. Like, that's the thing. We don't know who's stronger than who. Because the power scaling is just whack. You would think that someone that comes later is an all-consuming void. It is. It really is. You know, I'm going to look at Hamamon. Who does Hamamon become? He becomes he could become Minervamon? How? Haitamon or Hamamon? What is Hamamon? What does Hamamon look like? Oh my god. this Hamamon is a being like Pandora's box filled with all the evils of this world. Oh. He's basically Pandora's box. That's absolutely freaking terrifying. That is a scary dude. Do not let that guy Digivolve into Omega. That's terrifying. You don't want that. You do not want that at all. You don't want that. So here we have Vegamon. I remember this episode being one of the more boring episodes, really. Like, a lot of these episodes do end up being kind of boring. Vegamon, I mean, it was kind of like a filler episode, which is silly because, you know, it's not really a filler episode. Give me a second, if you will. Give me just a second, and I will be right there. Vegamon is yeah, like, Vegamon is kind of like a lame alien. Look at him. Look at this guy. Vegamon is kind of lame. He's just your typical spaghetti alien. He Digivolves with Digimon. Really? Digimon becomes Vegamon? Who's Evermon? Oh. Well, look at this xenomorph looking guy. What? In Area 51? What? What? What does Area 51 have to do with Vegamon? Huh? Okay, sir. Sir. You know what? Before we go on, I'm gonna go all the way back because I want to see what the other exclusions are. You know, I forgot about Cellmon. Kawagamon. I know Kawagamon becomes, Okuwagamon, right? Well, he can also become Megatramon with Kakahorimon. That's weird. Okuwamon. I think we saw Okuwamon in the anime, I think. So that's Okuwamon. He's like the best Digimon in Digimon World 2. And he can become the Grand Kuwamon. We never see Grand Kuwamon in the anime, I think. I like how Kawagamon and Kakahorimon are eternal rivals. They're just eternal rivals. Dimension Scissors. It's just an evil bug. It's a giant evil bug. So what does Cellmon become? I'm actually curious. What does Cellmon become? That Cellmon can get... What's a king? Yes, there is a King Enamon. I remember that. He becomes Mermaidmon? What? What? Huh? Does this mean that Cellmon is a C? This is a Digimon I'm unfamiliar with. And what you become? What? You are the one that becomes Marine Angemon? You become that? They're technically genderless. I can see that, yeah. So, a Cellmon, I forget what Cellmon is, technically, like, it's not a crab. but, becomes a mermaid, and then it becomes whatever this thing is. Okay. Sir, I guess. That's so weird. That is weird. So Monochromon, I think becomes, that's Monochromon. You see this guy a few times. I think becomes a, he comes from a Hypermon. He can, anyways. Gamilamon, right? Oh. I think he actually goes to Triceramon. Gamilamon is from, like, Digimon World. It's just Monochromon that's, like, red. And it doesn't even have a Mega. Hilariously. I don't think it becomes Megatramon. I think it becomes Triceramon. It makes sense if it would become Triceramon. So, I do remember Triceramon. What does Triceramon become? Does it have a Mega? It has several Megas. I don't think it becomes Wargreymon. I don't think it becomes Sulongmon. And I don't think it becomes Machinetramon. I think it's Dinorexmon. Which, I think... Gamamon? I will look up Gamamon here in a second. So... That's Mame Hiramon. Okay. So, Gamamon, you said. Okay. Gamamon. What? Okay. So, that's Gamamon. Okay. What does Gamamon become? Gurimon. No, that's a lot of different Gamamons. Wow. That's a lot of different Gamamons. 4 different Gamamons? Oh, and it's a virus, too. It's funny because, you see, main characters, Digideskins with viruses, like, they don't act evil. It's, who was it? Gilmon is evil. Or evil. Gilmon's a virus. He can freely switch. That's terrifying. That's kind of terrifying. Seadramon. So, that Seadramon. That goes a Mega Seadramon. Well, Mega Seadramon or Waru Seadramon. Waru Seadramon is only in Digimon World 1. I don't even think it has a Mega. Yeah. So Waru Seadramon is basically just Mega Seadramon. Airdramon? Can we even see Airdramon in the anime? I think we did. So Mega Seadramon, I'm pretty sure we saw this in the anime. I just don't remember when we saw Mega Seadramon. Oh, it was in, it was during the Myotismon arc. And then he becomes Metal Seadramon. Can you believe we saw all 3 Seadramons? We saw all 3 evolutions of Seadramons in 3 different arcs. Seadramon in Arc 1, Mega Seadramon in Arc 3, and Metal Seadramon in Arc 4. All 3 of them we saw. I don't think Metal Seadramon... I'm sorry? What is this Giga Seadramon? There's a Giga Seadramon? Oh, it's a Karaoke Xbox amplifying, whatever that is. Okay, that's a terrifying looking Seadramon. Is that like the strongest Seadramon, probably? I think that's the strongest Seadramon, is Giga Seadramon. terrifying. You know what? Digimon running antivirus. Okay. So, let's look at Garurumon. Ah! Okay, you're not gonna let me look at Garurumon. You're gonna make me go to Gagumon. Fine, we'll look at them later. Meramon. I think Meramon becomes Skull Meramon, which is kind of hilarious. We do see Skull Meramon in Arc 3. Because apparently Blue Meramon, I think that's only in Digimon World 1. Apparently he could become Boltmon. Okay. So Skull Meramon is just, he's like, who's the character I'm thinking of? Like, Lobo from, like, the DC universe. Or, Ghost Rider. He's basically Ghost Rider. Who does he become? He could become the Azelmon. Really? Okay. But I remember Boltmon. Logo's not DC? Oh. So that's Boltmon. We never saw Boltmon in anime. We only saw Meramon as Skull Meramon. Itmon could become Lady Devimon. That's weird. So I don't think we've ever seen this guy in any of the animes. I don't think. I have his card, though. I do have his card. So that's Meramon. Alright, Airdramon. Who becomes Airdramon? Who becomes Airdramon? You know, when you look at that leg and like the exposed parts, that is like such a health hazard for this Digimon. It's like, yep, I'm just gonna like, hack that spot because there's no metal plate there. So let's see who becomes Andromon. Gardromon. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think we even see some Gardromons in Arc 1. I think we actually saw some of these guys. So, what do you think Andromon becomes? I don't think Andromon becomes, well, I think there was a high Andromon, yeah. We never saw high Andromon. But yeah, look at high Andromon. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Now he has full armor. It's just Andromon, but with full armor. Apparently, Gyromon could become, high Andromon. Weight slap. It has an actual weight slap, guys. Weight slap. Numamon. So, Numamon is a thing. It's a thing. So, Numamon and Sukamon and a couple other Digimon in the Digimon World game have an act called Party Time. What Party Time is they fling Digimon poop at their opponents. Like, okay, if that kills anything, that's sad. That's really sad. What becomes a Numamon? Guys, Guys, do you see what could become a Numamon? There's no way it's just that, right? There's no way it's just that, right? Agumon? Only Agumon? I highly doubt it's just Agumon. So, we see Monsaemon, and we see Platinum Numamon. I don't think it becomes Monsaemon. I don't know what would become Monsaemon. Platinum Numamon sounds more plausible. I also see, like, 3 other different, Numamons, which is kind of scary. Let's look at Platinum Numamon. Okay, so it's a Numamon with wings, and it's platinum. Okay, so does that mean that the next evolution is going to be like Gold Numamon? I bet it's Gold Numamon. Oh, it doesn't even have a Mega. EXP Digimon, yeah. It doesn't even have a Mega. So that means that its actual ultimate is Monsaemon? Yeah, Gold Numamon's right here. And it's basically the same thing. Cell Numamon. It's just a Numamon. So, Numamon is basically just a snail without the cell. Wow, it doesn't even have an ultimate. Yes, because Kyodai Numamon. Yes, it is a Digimon. Okay. So, the only ultimate level for Numamon is Monsaemon. Okay. So, Numamon becomes Monsaemon. So, a green slime becomes a teddy bear. Also, I'm seeing something that Hui plus Hui Monsaemon that Enamon has is probably the one pulling Enamon's strings. It's a rumor, but interesting. That's an interesting theory. Yeah, it was very easy because, like, you just get a Numamon, you go Hui Hound, boom, there's the thing. And as long as you don't complete the Hui Hound quest, you can just get Monsaemon all the time. Who does Monsaemon Geeksforth into? It's like Waru Monsaemon's a mega level. I think that's what it turns into. Do you see what I see? Do you see one of the Geeks Illusions? It could become Lilithmon. That's silly. What is this Giga Waru Monsaemon? Okay. So, it's a Brave Fast Bear. And it requires both Monsaemon and Waru Monsaemon to get. Okay. It doesn't even have a level. What? It doesn't have a level? Is it an ultimate? Is it a mega? Okay. So it could become a Waru Monsaemon, which is, I guess, an ultimate. Yeah, it's also an ultimate. So, I'm assuming Waru Monsaemon is just an evil Monsaemon. I mean, look at him. He's very evil. He doesn't actually have a mega level, it seems. Yeah, Calumon. We don't talk about Calumon. Calumon was such a Deus Ex Machina. Also, apparently, I guess Grizzlymon is the real, I think it's supposed to be Grizzlymon that becomes Monsaemon. Yeah, I think Grizzlymon's the one that's supposed to become Monsaemon. It makes sense. It goes Bearmon, Grizzlymon, and then Monsaemon. Yeah, the environment of Geeks of Illusion makes sense. So, who's Sin Monsaemon? What the heck is that? That's a vaccine? That's terrifying. I've never seen this thing before. Nightmare Rain. I like how it still has the sweetheart hack. Okay, Monsaemon's scary. I love how it could just become, Cherubimon. I think Cherubimon has a vaccine and a virus type. So that's Monsaemon. Unimon. I'm curious about Unimon. What does Unimon become? So that's Unimon. A unicorn. I don't know what its ultimate would be. It comes from Cutemon. Cutemon? Who's Cutemon? That thing? That thing? I think I remember this from Cross Wars. Yeah. I remember him from Cross Wars. Armored Digimon, we'll get that at some point. Hippogriffenmon. I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense. So, do you become Griffinmon then? So, it goes Unimon, Hippogriffenmon, have now Griffinmon. Yep, Griffinmon. I don't know who Sakaomon is. Okay. Sakaomon is like a god Digimon, I think. And it's only from Hippogriffmon, apparently. So it's like a god. Oh, it's one of the sovereigns. Yep, it's a god. It's one of the god Digimons. So Griffinmon. I always thought that Griffinmon was like Bergermon's or a Biomon's mega form. At one point, I could have sworn this was going to be one of Biomon's megas. Because, Bergermon, Garugamon, and then, Griffinmon, it sounded like it was going to make sense. So, yeah. Who is Darkmon? Nani? Apparently, it's a lady. It is a lady. What? Okay. So it's a lady. A lady bird. And I'm sure Hate's gonna say would. I'm pretty sure Hate's definitely gonna say would. Alright, Ogremon. So, Ogremon. We never saw Ogremon become ultimate, so I don't know what his ultimate is. How much would you bet that it's gonna be like, Lilithmon? I think most people prefer Lilithmon. Although I think most people prefer Agumon too, but I say that because there's Renamon, and we don't talk about that. Ogremon. How much do you want to bet his ultimate's gonna be like Onimon? Is it gonna be like Onimon? Go Goblimon, yeah. Sakyamon. Really? You could become Etamon or Digitamon. And apparently you can become Skull Satamon if you fuse with Devimon. Or Satoware Garurumon. I bet it's Rebellymon. Yeah, I have a feeling it's Rebellymon that Ogremon becomes. Which is really, really weird. I mean, it looks like Ogremon. It does ask Ogremon hair and stuff. And it only comes from Ogremon, but it doesn't have a Mega. No Mega. So who's Skull Satamon? Oh, I remember you. You were at the, I think you were I think you were at the Mayunismon arc. I want to say. So, it requires Devimon with Ogremon and yeah, okay. So, I don't think that's, I think, Rebellymon is, Ogemon's true ultimate. No! Apparently, there's also, wait, are you telling me that Ogomon becomes Digimon, who becomes Devimon? But you're a Dana. That doesn't match up with him being a virus. Then again, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's, the same attribute. I guess it can still be, I guess they can still just become different, Digimon. Oh my god, I forgot Sukamon. Sukamon, I think, is the true form for Enamon. I think Sukamon is the true form for Enamon. I don't think Ogremon becomes this. So you're telling me that the poop Digimon becomes the big villain, this guy, a version of this guy becomes the big villain for Arc Who. He becomes Edamon or King Sukamon. But Edamon can also come from Ogremon. That's King Sukamon, by the way. He's giant poop man. I think we only saw him in Digimon World 1. Yeah. So there's no Mega for him. So that's telling us that the only Mega form he could go to is from Edamon. And I don't think, Edamon's still virus, so I feel like Edamon is what Ogremon eventually becomes. Because there's nothing for Rebellymon. Rebellymon, he is a virus, he's an ultimate, but there's no Mega for him. Maybe we haven't seen the Mega form. I mean, look at him. He still looks like Ogremon. He looks very much like Ogremon. I feel like that's Ogremon's actual, ultimate. Where is Leomon? Leomon! There's apparently a Dark Leomon. Yep, that's a Dark Leomon, alright. He is friends with Garugamon. Okay. So, Electmon or Gashimon can become Leomon. And as we saw, I think it's Electmon. Because I don't think it's Gashimon. Yeah, it's definitely not Gashimon. So, I think this Leomon would normally become Graph Leomon. Ice Leomon is Digimon World 1 only. But apparently he could Digimon. There's Saber Leomon, so he could go. Who's Regularmon? Guys, That is a terrifying looking guy. And it's only from Ice Leomon. So, Ice Leomon, or Pangeamon, actually has a Mega. We don't know what its hype is. That's actually kind of scary. Giant Leomon. So, we know Grap Leomon becomes Saber Leomon. There's apparently a couple other Leomons. I don't think he becomes Scatbang. Who's Heavy Leomon? Oh, it's basically Mecha Leomon. It's basically just Mecha Leomon. And it only comes from Grap Leomon. So, Grap Leomon can go there. But our Leomon, we know, comes from, can go to Saber Leomon. Which, when you look at Saber Leomon, he kind of isn't very impressive compared to, like, the other Leomons we saw. Also, I like how it says, it's the ultimate Digimon. They say that about, like, every Digimon. It is not the ultimate Digimon. Wait, so, it can also become Dino Tigermon. Okay, so, oh, it has the X antibody, I see. So, it's a Saber Leomon that has an X antibody. So, it's a version of Saber Leomon that can only come from Grap Leomon. Interesting. We're learning about Digimon. We are learning about them Digimon. So who's Leopardmon? Leopardmon is a Goog. What? Oh, this guy probably comes from Knightmon, more so than Grap Leomon. A Royal Knight. I don't think this guy's actually part of, I don't think he's actually part of Leomon. I think he's from Knightmon. Royal Knight. Mag Leomon is a Laro form. Oh. This is an Undead Leomon. There's 9 Royal Knights. I'm pretty sure Omnimon is one of the Royal Knights. So, we have an Undead Leomon. Oh, Gallantmon, right. I forgot about Gallantmon. So, there's a bunch of, forms that it can become when it, fuses with other people, apparently. So, it's a Dead Leomon, basically. Mad Leomon are... Oh my god! We are now, we're now... Ass. From that one zombie movie. What was it called? I forget the name of it. You know, the guy with the chainsaw for an arm? I can't remember the name of the freaking movie. Okay, it doesn't change anywhere. So, Mag Leomon Orochi mode. Evil Dead, that's it, yes. So, this is just... Oh, we saw him in the anime, apparently. He doesn't even have a level. That's hilarious. Mad Leomon, Final Mode. And apparently we also saw this guy in the anime. Huh. We have an Undead Leomon absorbing people. So that's Leomon. Why do we not see Gebimon? I want to see what Gebimon becomes. Can we see what Gabimon becomes? Or am I going to have to put that in myself? I might have to put that in myself. Alright, we're going to find Gabimon. You know, I think Gabimon... I have this theory about Gabimon. That Gabimon goes a Mayo-Hismon. And Mayo-Hismon... When we know Mayo-Hismon becomes Venom Mayo-Hismon. And Malo-Mayo-Hismon. Yeah, that's what I thought. I always thought that Gabimon became Mayo-Hismon after he was defeated. Like, it just makes too much sense. Like, Mayo-Hismon just seems very similar to Gabimon, right? I also thought that, like we saw Venom Mayo-Hismon, and I always thought that, like, he also became, like, Piedmon, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, you have a vampire that becomes Kefka. That doesn't make sense. And I bet that Gabimon comes from Gabimon. I guarantee it. Yep, Gabimon. And there's Mayo-Hismon. And there's something called Neo-Gabimon. Oh, wow. So, that's a cool looking Gabimon. You can tell it's still Gabimon. You can tell that this is still, in fact, Gabimon. Because it's got these elongated limbs and stuff. Apparently, he could come from, Anjumon. Oh, I know who Gaimon is. So, Gaimon is one of the, separate demon lords. I don't think we actually saw Gaimon in anime, did we? No, we saw him in, Season 2, I think. I don't know if we saw him any time else. And he only comes from Neo-Gabimon. He only comes from Neo-Gabimon. Oh wow, and he could come from Seraphimon too. That's terrifying. So who's Gan Gabimon? Does it become Gan? Why do I get a Gilboromon 5? Does he remind anyone of Gilboromon? He feels like a Gilboromon hype. And he only comes from Neo-Gabimon. Wait a minute. Why does it say its partner is Hike? Why does it say that? Why does it say that it's in an episode? I'm sorry? Is there a Digimon series that I'm unaware of that Hike came back in? And that there was this? I'm sorry? This guy was in an anime? What? Episode 24? Okay. That sounds... They redid it like 3 times. They really like redoing that one, don't they? So, I think he does actually become, Neo-Gabimon, but I think he still becomes Mayo-Hismon. Like, it just makes sense that he becomes Mayo-Hismon. Who else would become Mayo-Hismon? Who else would become Mayo-Hismon? A redone sequel? There was a redone sequel? Wow. Like, would Bakemon become Mayo-Hismon? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look at No, Bakemon would become a Phantomon. I think that's the true evolution for Bakemon, is to become Phantomon. Yeah. I'm holding on to the fact that Bakemon goes Phantomon. So I still think that the true evolution for Mayo-Hismon is gonna come from, Gabimon. It just makes sense. Like, look at those limbs. Look at him. He just screams, Gabimon evolution. And here's where things get fun, guys. Here's where things get fun. So we know about Venomyotismon. That's his mega. We saw that happen in the anime. It's kind of funny that they forced the mega out of nowhere. So they had to force the mega for Agumon and Gagumon in order to even fight this. Yeah, we'll get a Pokemon at some point. So, we know there's Venomyotismon. But we also saw another Myotismon, which is from, Season 2. Because somehow, despite the fact that Myotismon died as Venomyotismon, he managed to become Malomyotismon. No, actually, Venomyotismon goes a Malomyotismon. He just becomes this thing from Venomyotismon. So, this guy, we never got to see very much of. We saw him at the end of Season 2. He's also in Cross Wars, I believe. I think he also shows up there. But I thought this design was cool. And let me tell you something. The way that he got defeated is so dumb. It's so stupid. It is the dumbest way for a villain to be defeated. Like, seriously, like, really? This is how you're gonna be beaten? By the hopes of children across the world? That's how you're gonna lose. Like, seriously. And it's like, it's funny because, like, nobody could beat him at all. He was just impossible for, the main cast to beat. Give me just a second, if you will. Skill nothing, huh? Skill nothing. That's a little worrisome, not gonna lie. But yeah, Malomyotismon, I think was also in, Cross Wars as well. I want to say he was. I think there was a Malomyotismon there. Also, apparently it's just a lateral form, so Venomyotismon can become Malomyotismon, which is probably what happened in the anime. But ultimately, he still just comes from Myotismon. Myotismon having 2 different megas is just silly. Apparently, he can also become a Pokemon, but it requires a fusing with, like, a bunch of people. And whoever he has a fusion with Paimon. That is a scary-looking Digimon. That's, so that's the fusion of Myotismon and Paimon, huh? Uh-huh. It does not have the sense of self that those who have. Oh, wait. Circus, the source of evil that caused Myotismon to be forcibly absorbed into Paimon. So, Myotismon got absorbed by Paimon forcibly. Oh, it's in Digimon World. Okay. There's a fusion with the Master. Okay. So this is game only. Okay. Scary. And that is all of the Gabimon. No more Gabimon. Who do we have next? We got Frigimon. You know, I don't even know who Digimon can turn into. I bet Digimon comes from Snow Agumon. Poyomon, never mind. Pangamon. It has a fuse. It has a fuse with a mud Digimon and Digivolve. Also, I like how one of the partners is just named Steve. Steve. It does look similar to Monsaemon. It looks very similar to Monsaemon. Apparently, it could come from Grizzlymon. So does no? I think Grizzlymon's true form is Monsaemon. I think it's Cerberusmon. Steve was movie only. So you really have to fuse with Grapleomon to become Bonkomon? Really? 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 That's how you get Bonkomon? Dude, Digimon, you're kind of lame. How about Mojiamon? The snowman. Anyone remember this silly goober? Who turns it to a Mojamon? What? Gomamon? What do you mean it turns to Pixie? What? You're telling me that Mojamon turns it to Pixiemon? You're telling me that a snowman turns into that? Bro, you're joking. That's the only Digivolution? The only Digivolution is... And it... Guys, do you see what Pixiemon becomes? Do you see what Pixiemon becomes? It becomes Gigimon. It becomes Gigimon. Snowman into a little fairy into an old man. I can see this being Mojamon's Mega, though. I can see this being Mojamon's Mega. I don't see Pixiemon being its ultimate. Like, really? Really? Pixiemon is your ultimate? That's so weird. So Tumon, we have Goofy Cartoony Bay. Goofy Cartoony Bay. Who even it's a rookie. It's a rookie Digimon. What do you mean it could become Tyrannomon? Searchmon, huh? It doesn't even have anything before it. I don't think it becomes Tyrannomon. Who's Searchmon? It's an armored Digivolution. It's an armored Digivolution of Wormmon. So Tumon can become this. But it's armor. You're telling me that Tumon's champion is Tyrannomon? I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that Tumon, a mouse, becomes a dinosaur. Your vaccine data. I guess the mouse becomes a dinosaur. I guess. I don't know, man. If there's like 2 different, versions, there's male Hyranum. Every dinosaur has to have a metal version. I swear, it's like Metal Greymon, Metal Hyranumon, Metal Seadramon, Metal Garurumon. There's a lot of metals. What do you become? You can become Machine Dramon. I don't think that's what Machine Dramon comes from. I think you go and Rust Hyranumon. Oh. Yeah. That looks terrifying. That looks absolutely terrifying. And it only comes from Metal Hyranumon. So okay, Metal Hyranumon goes and Rust Hyranumon. So we have Master Hyranumon, which is the ultimate version. So this is the non-metal version. Makes sense. Greymon probably has, a non-metal version. He does. It's Skull Greymon. So you come from Hyranumon. Who's Gowmon? Who the heck is Gowmon? Oh, it's a Master Hyranumon with the X anti-guy. Or, it could be a Greymon. Is this a Royal Knight? That's not a Royal Knight, is it? No? It's really hard to tell sometimes. So, Tumon, you are just there. Who we have next? I saw there's Pokemon. So we know Pokemon goes Phantomon. And he apparently comes from I bet Candlemon is what really becomes a Pokemon. Well, Candlemon might actually be what goes to Marimon. I feel like it could go a Marimon or a Pokemon. It goes either go a Marimon. Apparently it could go a Wizardmon. What? I feel like Candlemon goes to Pokemon, and Pokemon will go a Phantomon. I feel like that's the true Gigvolution. Because, I mean, Ghost, it makes sense, right? What is Pokemon? You're joking. You're joking. Phantomon becomes Pygmon. What the heck is Metal Phantomon? Dude, that is hardcore. Dude, this looks freaking hardcore. I like this guy. Oh, he's a carrier of the X anti-guy. He's cool looking. What? What do you mean he becomes Reapermon? That's how you get Reapermon? I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Because, the Metal Phantomon is a cyborg. So that's how you get a Reapermon. It's from Metal Phantomon. Also, fun fact, Steve Bloom does Reapermon's voice. So, there you go. Reapermon is Cloud. Reapermon is Cloud. Paul St. Pierre? Really? So, Pokemon can become this guy, who can ultimately become Reapermon. Or, Pokemon can become Phantomon, who can become Pygmon. So, don't let Pokemon ever Digivolve. Don't let Phantomon ever Digivolve. You'll get a Clown or a Reaper. Gallantmon, Omnimon, Crusadermon, Alphamon, Crandamon, Conkomon, All Force Speedmon, Magnamon, Leopardmon, Jessmon, Kentharosmon. Those are some names. Those are definitely some names. I heard about Jessmon. Apparently Jessmon's like one of the strongest. Guys, freaking Paimon, freaking Kefka. Freaking Kefka, dude. They're both Demon. That's terrifying. Freaking Kefka, dude. This guy was scary in the anime. It's a scary enemy. You don't ever want to fight this guy. He's terrifying. And he only comes from Phantomon. So yeah, he can actually become... He does... He's the final boss of the PSP. Really? No Apocalypse? What happened to Apocalypse? He just disappeared? He's just gone? He doesn't exist? So yeah, he still has this with Mayunismon in the game, which is scary. So, that is terrifying. We saw Electmon. Electmon, I think, just goes to the Leomon line. I don't think it goes in any other line. Here we go, Angemon. You don't get Megas? That's weird. Alright, give me just a second. 1 second. One second. I am double checking something. Alright, give me just a second. I will be right back, if you will. I am back. Welcome back, me. So, Angemon. We know Agumon comes from Patamon. It makes no sense as to how a little pig thing becomes, an angel. No sense at all. And we know it becomes Magna Agumon. And apparently Ankylomon can, do that. Hey guys, did you know that Agumon can't become Agumon? Okay. That makes no sense, but it can happen, I guess. But he can also become Gabumon, so treat your Agumon well, otherwise you're gonna have problems. So Magna Agumon is kind of busted because oh wow, he has Excalibur. That's supposed to be Excalibur. Him being able to just one-shot a Mega level Digimon was kind of BS. It was kind of BS. Like, dude, if he could just do that at if he could do that at a Mega level Digimon, like, how does he lose? Like, he almost did that at Black War Greymon, if you remember. Like, Black War Greymon almost got beat in the same way. Black War Greymon was such a good character. I like that guy. He was a good character. But yeah, like, Magna Agumon is just busted. This is why the ranks don't make sense. Because you have an ultimate level Digimon as strong as Magna Agumon, who can just one-shot Mega level Digimon. Like, how does that work? That should not be happening at all. And I guarantee he becomes Seraphimon. Yep, Seraphimon. I don't know who these other guys are. I don't know who Goldrum. I don't know who Murmurgoose. Well, look out. Let's look at Goldrumon. You look like you're, related to, Megagermon instead. Apparently, you only come from Magna Agumon. Apparently, that's your true Mega. Because it's in the anime, apparently. Okay. Sir. That's his true Mega? Really? It's not Seraphimon? No. We saw Seraphimon in the movie, though. Who's this dude? Oh, it's an evil Digimon. He could become an evil Digimon. Okay. I think this guy actually comes from, probably Skull Satamon. Or Darkmon. His item is count. He's good at counting. Who's Gominimon? Well, I mean, I can see this being Agumon's actual Mega. I can see that. Final Excalibur. He has Excalibur. I mean, he does have Excalibur. I think this might be the true Mega. But Seraphimon's the first one we saw. Like, we saw Seraphimon first. Like, that was the Mega level version of Patamon in Digimon Rebel Arena. We saw Seraphimon with Magnadramon in the movie that had Cherubimon. So, I don't know. I guess there's not one definitive actual final form. Omnimon Merciful Mode. Okay. So it could become something with Omnimon. Why does Omnimon have Okay, sir. Omnimon. Omnimon is just forever gonna be the most broken Digimon ever, huh? Alright, so what do we have next? Waymon. Waymon is ultimate. Who becomes Waymon? Who becomes Waymon? I don't know. Let's find out. Waymon champion. Oh, Golfmon. Golfmon, I bet is the one that becomes Waymon. Yeah, I guarantee this is the one that becomes Waymon. It makes sense. It makes sense. Penguinmon, yep. Okay. So Penguinmon, Golfmon, who, Waymon. So what does Waymon become? Marine Onzamon, really? Marine Onzamon? Neptunemon sounds more like it. Olympus 12. The heck is an Olympus 12? Does it only come from Waymon? Yes. Liam O'Brien? It's Kane. Kane's here. I don't remember this guy in this anime. I don't remember this guy at all. Alright, so that's Waymon. Who the heck is Pokemon? Right, Pokemon becomes, Gassimon, right? Gisamon, rather. Not Raremon. It's more than likely Gisamon. Wait, who's Raremon? What? That's a champion. What? How does it in training go champion? So if you become Gisamon, you could become... There's some really weird stuff happening. They're skipping levels. So I bet you become Dark Iranimon. Yeah? So you become a Dark Iranimon. What does Dark Iranimon become? But Dark Iranimon could come from, like, Black Agumon. Not Skull... Okay. So you could become Metal Iranimon. Okay. That makes sense. I guess. Wait. I want to see what Skull Greymon... What is Skull Greymon's ultimate? Well, Skull Greymon is ultimate. What is Skull Greymon's Mega? Greymon, Dark Iranimon... Growlmon could become that? Blackmore Greymon. That's how you get Blackmore Greymon. It's from a Skull Greymon. Interesting. Or it could come from Metal Greymon, the evil. It could come from Iron Metal Greymon. Omnimon. Oh god, there's an evil version of Omnimon. It's the evil version of Omnimon. No, it's a good version of Omnimon. What? So Blackmore Greymon, Black Garurumon become a good? What? Omegamon Swart defeat. Dude, that looks amazing. Oh, but then it becomes evil. It becomes evil. And I like how all the Omnimons still have the same exact moves. Two of the moves are always the same. You have another form? Bro, how many forms does Omnimon have? He has another form. Blitz Greymon and Crestgarurumon. Okay. So this is an evil person, it looks like. Well, there's so many... What? There's how many Greymons? How many Garurumons? How many? It's how many? Too many. Alright, Cockatreemon. Cockathorimon, rather. So, who becomes this guy? Is it Biomon? Hokomon. Well, Hokomon, Biomon, Mutomon. It's probably a form of Biomon. I don't think it's Hokomon. I think Hokomon's the one that becomes... Yeah. Patamon. Who's Mutomon? It might be Mutomon, actually. It might be Mutomon that becomes, Cockathorimon. Who the heck is Seguramon? Or, you know, it might be Seguramon that, that Mutomon turns into. Guys, do you see the evolutions? Granted, it's fusion. But do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see that? Do you see this Megatramon? Really? You can become Megatramon? No, I refuse. I refuse, and I changed your reality with my reality. I do not accept your reality. I replace it with my reality. Give me just a second. So, who becomes Ganomon? Gaomon? Who becomes this stupid, idiot, broken guy? Gisamon? What? It doesn't have a champion? It just goes straight to ultimate? Who's Ryzenmon? Okay. So it becomes a tiny little android thing into that thing. Okay. So Gaomon can become that thing. Scary. We already know about Metal Greymon. We know about Enamon. Garurumon, Vitamamon. Then we have Begamon. And then we get back to where we were earlier. With this, where Mimi is forever stuck singing. And she's not much of a singer. But this does, at least I don't recall her being much of a singer. This does, you do see more of this in Season 2. Gekamon, Hamamon, Soken Gekamon. If I recall, Hamamon becomes Gekamon, yes. And then Gekamon obviously becomes Soken Gekamon. This thing is nightmare fuel. This thing is just creepy. It says it could become Waymon. I disagree. Soken Gekamon, yeah. This idiot. This freaking idiot. Who does Soken Gekamon become? Pukumon? The heck is Pukumon? What? 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 Soken Gekomon becomes this? What? Okay. It has an attack called Britain Punch. That is... Really? Britain Punch? That is the best name you could give a move? Ah, yes, the Digimon world. We are gonna give this Digimon an attack. What shall we call it? Ah, we'll call it Britain Punch. Ah, yes. I'm gonna punch you with some heel crumpets. Really? Britain Punch? That's the best you could come up with? I don't remember much about this episode. My god. Freaking 1999, man. 1999. I cannot believe it. I don't remember anything about this. I really do not. So, Garugamon, we know comes from Biomon. And Akilamon. I bet Garugamon becomes Phoenixmon. That just makes sense. We never really saw Phoenixmon in the anime, I think. And then, of course, Omnimon, blah, 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 blah. We never really see Phoenixmon in the anime, weirdly enough. Also, dude, look at all these moves that... Why does Garugamon have so many moves? So many moves. Gateway to home. Yes, this is where, they go to the castle in order to go back to, the real world. And hey, look! It's Gatomon. Anyone remember Gatomon? This, sir, was a Digimon. So what does Gatomon become? It makes no sense, right? It becomes Agumon, which makes a whole lot of sense. But it can also become... It can't become Sylphimon. No. Oh yeah, yes it can. It's a DNA distribution. So it can't become Sylphimon. Apparently there's a black Gatomon. I must look at this. I bet you become, Lady Gebimon as your ultimate. Yep, Lady Gebimon. And then Lady Gebimon probably becomes Lilithmon, I would assume. Really? You don't become Lilithmon? You can only go to Mastamon with Agumon. Really? You don't become Lilithmon? Huh? Then where's Lilithmon come from? Bro, I refuse to believe that you don't become freaking Lilithmon. I refuse to believe you don't become Lilithmon. There's no way. How does Lady Gebimon not become Lilithmon? Who becomes Lilithmon? Also, I like how it says Mayotismon. It's like, no. Mayotismon's the ultimate. Really? Really? You don't become Lilithmon? Agumon, everyone's favorite female Digimon. Everyone's favorite female Digimon. Who wears far less than even, the Digimon of Lust does. It makes no sense. Like, why does the angel here wear less like the devil? I don't know. And you will become Magnadramon or Orphanimon. So, I think the true form is supposed to be Orphanimon. Much like how, Seraphimon is supposed to be Magna-Ontamon's final, form. And apparently it's saying that Lilithmon might have been an Orphanimon. Orphanimon C. And then it has the Orphanimon fall down mode, whatever that means. This is game only. And I'm assuming that the fall down mode is just evil Orphanimon. And I'm gonna assume that you are, yep, you could become a Lilithmon that way, okay. I still refuse to believe that Lilithmon cannot come from a Lady Gebimon. And then we have Magnadramon, which is, the first version of the Mega we saw this in a movie. We didn't hear it talk or anything, we saw it. And it was the Mega version of Galamon in, Digimon Rumble Arena. So I think they're trying to say that this is her actual Mega, but I think Orphanimon is supposed to be the actual Mega. I think, anyways. So that is that. The VTuberEN I'm actually curious about. I'm actually curious about that. Now, give me just a second. I am gonna double check. I want to check and make sure that I have a feeling I know what's going on. And if it's what I think's going on, then yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do feel like that is what's happening. Unfortunately. It's been 3 days. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Alright. I might stop here soon, because I am starting to die out. The VTuberEN. I don't know who becomes this. Apparently, it gets summoned by Gebimon. I mean, you look at it, it looks like a Gebimon. Who goes into this? Gashimon or Tsukayamon? I feel like Tsukayamon might be the one that becomes it. But Tsukayamon might also become Gebimon, who... What do you earn it to? Make it Mephistomon? Mephistomon? Okay. Black Sabbath? Okay. Do you become Bagramon? You become Guffmon. Golfmon, rather. What do you mean prior form is Apocalypmon? I refuse to believe that Apocalypmon comes from this. That's scary. That is a scary looking Digimon. Yes, it could destroy the world in 7 days. You know what else can? A whole bunch of freaking Digimon. So many things could destroy the world in a matter of time. So many Hamers? This wasn't Hamers? I don't remember it in Hamers. It's all like the cards. Oh yeah! They had to escape because the castle got destroyed and they had to fight a Spider-Man. So, I remember you. Do you become Orikunimon? I bet you become Orikunimon. And you come from, yeah. You go to Orikunimon, and you come from Gokunimon. What does Orikunimon become? So, yeah, Orikunimon. I don't know what Orikunimon becomes. It's a queen of the Gokugamon. Okay. What do you become? Parasimon. What is Parasimon? Oh. Yeah. Um. Hmm. That is, terrifying. So you go from Gokugamon and Orikunimon to this thing. That is, that's absolutely terrifying. I do not want to, I don't want to run into that thing. Mammothmon. Right, Mammothmon. So, who goes from Mammothmon? I don't know. It is apparently Apemon. Apemon? Really? A monkey becomes a mammoth, huh? Makes sense. Okay, so a monkey becomes a mammoth, and the mammoth becomes, a skeleton mammoth. Uh-huh. So, your mega is just being undead. Okay? I don't know how that's any stronger than, your ultimate, but here's Parrotmon. We saw this in, the movie. Who do you come from? Hokomon. Who is Hokomon? Oh, okay. And then Eaglemon is its mega. Okay, so Parrot to Eagle. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Very well. Guessomon. Right, I forgot about you. So we have a blooper who's a champion, which shouldn't be, any problems. Who turns into you? Sayakamon and the Marine Devimon. Yep, I remember that. I remember Marine Devimon because he even has parts of um Gessamon. What do you become though? Oh. Oh my god. Um so he becomes probably the worst thing you can have, which is one of the second great demon lords, Lothiamon. Um um you don't want that guy to show up. Lothiamon is not someone you want. Wait, Ogugomon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a fusion of all 7? It's disgusting. How does all 7 of them become that thing? What? Of course there's going to be a fusion of all 7 of them. Of course. That's still terrifying. That's still absolutely terrifying. The 8th Ditch guys. Oh yeah, Raremon. Freaking Raremon. And I remember the whole thing with Kari and Gatomon. They got along very, very well, which my Hitmon did not like at all. So Raremon is a weird dude, and I don't like him. I don't like this guy. Who's Raremon? Raremon, really? Bruh, what? What? Bro. Bro. That is absolutely terrifying. What? No, I don't. What's its mega? It doesn't have a mega. Wait, apparently this was like an anime. What? Okay, terrifying. We'll see that at some point. There's Skullmeramon. Oh yeah, Pumpkinmon and Gotsumon. I forgot about them. Gotsumon, who do you become? Rockmon. Or Goldmon. There's Icemon. I bet it's Golemon. I bet his true form is Golemon. Okay? Who's Golemon become? I bet Meteormon. Or, you know, Meteormon's not there. Who's Pokemon? Well, it's not that. How about Gomagmon? I think Gomagmon is the true evolution. And it's only from Gomag. There's no Mega. No Mega for that, huh? Interesting. Who's Icemon? Wow. I get, like, if that's a champion version of Gotsumon, then, like, okay. Okay. You become Meteormon. Okay, so Meteormon comes from Icemon. And Meteormon can become Metal Elamon? Yeah, White Gotsumon. What do you mean this can become Metal Elamon? Huh? No. I refuse to believe Meteormon goes at Metal Elamon. I refuse to believe that. And here is King Etamon, which we never saw in the anime. It's, he's a guy. He sure is a guy. Also, hi, Hate. Alright. So what about Pumpkinmon? Well, I believe Pokemon's the ultimate, right? It depends on the game, yeah. Pumpkinmon comes from probably, I don't know, Maramon? Bakemon. Only Bakemon? Noble Pokemon. Huh? What? Jack Skellington, is that you? We have Jack Skellington here. I did not know this was a thing. Cypress Lufus King and he kinda sucks. Rip. So that's what his Mega form looks like, huh? It looks kinda not cool. Okay, Wizardmon. Who becomes Wizardmon? Who becomes this guy? It is probably going to be, I don't know, Candlemon? Candlemon becomes Wizardmon? Oh, Debuff, yeah. He can become Phantomon, sounds right. Who's Mistymon? Ooh. Mistymon looks cool. I can see this being Wizardmon's ultimate. Yeah? Yeah, what's this Mega? Medieval Gallantmon. It's a Medieval Gallantmon, guys. Oh, wow. He actually comes only from Mistymon. Okay. Well, he could come from Gallantmon X, but only from Mistymon. Who's Gynasmon? Oh, Gynasmon is one of the, Royal Knights. Okay. Okay. But he can also come from Silphamon, so probably not Mistymon's final form. Probably. I don't know. I feel like Gallantmon, Medieval Gallantmon Duke is probably the true final form, which is weird. Lilymon. Wait a minute. Have we not seen some of the other ones? I feel like we missed some other ones. Well, we're gonna go a Lilymon. So here's a Lilymon. Lilymon is an interesting design. It's a fairy. I don't know why she has bug eyes, but she has bug eyes. So let's see. We know that she comes from Hogemon. I think her Mega is Rosemon. Bonko Lilymon? That's just goofy. That's just goofy. That's just goofy. So, Rosemon, BTSmon. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you look at her and that's pretty much what she is. I can't deny that. Oh, so where's her eyes? How does she see anything? How does she see anything? Wait, a Rosemon was placed under a spell and her to Bobamon? Really? Bobamon? Wait, what's the burst mode? Oh. Okay. So, Bobamon, huh? So you're telling me Rosemon got her to do this? A Rosemon got her into this. Okay, sir, I believe you. It only comes from Rosemon. There's literally nowhere else that Pokemon comes from but Rosemon. Okay. So that's Lilymon. There's a Dark Tyrannomon. Sugamon. Sugamon we know comes from Ikakumon. I think... Yeah, some of these evolutions are weird. Ikakumon or Sugamon becomes, I know the name of it. I can't think of the name of it. Spikemon. It's not Placeomon. It's definitely not him. It's Spikemon. It's definitely Spikemon. Like, it's definitely Digimon. But who is... Wait, go back. Placeomon. Yeah, it does not come from Placeomon. Hey, did you miss the hack of an enemy earlier? Did you see like a name of one of the abilities of a Digimon? It's called Britain Punch. That's literally the name of an hack. It's called Britain Punch. Like, ran out of names for your hacks? Give me just a second. I'm double checking. I do not see anything. Okay. Eternal Blue. Sorrow Blue. On here? Sings for high-pitched voice. So it makes them not want to, not want to fight, huh? Okay. Okay. Weaponized depression. I'm gonna make you depressed. Also, look at how many abilities it has. Okay, so Sugamon can only... It only comes from Sugamon. Who is Ikistramon? It's a fusion of a Placeomon and a Seadramon. It's a fusion of a Placeomon and a Seadramon. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Make a Seadramon. Oxamwomon. And that's where they beat Mayotismon. And then Mayotismon shows up. It hates 2 episodes. No, it hates 1 episode because this was just Mayotismon reviving. And then they go back to the the digital world, where they run into these guys. So we know about Melseedramon, we know about Pygmon. Let's look at Puppetmon. It was built from the body of a cursed Cherrymon. Oh. So you do come from Cherrymon then, huh? Yeah, you do come from Cherrymon. And Cherrymon, I bet, comes from Woodmon. So this guy becomes a puppet. And then you have Woodmon, which is like, it's just Cherrymon, but it's just a tree. And I bet you come from probably Mushroommon, right? Yeah, Mushroommon. So mushroom, a tree, a puppet. Now, you want to see someone interesting? Macedramon is interesting. Macedramon is probably the most interesting one, I think. Because he's basically a chimera. He's a fusion of a whole bunch of Digimon. And if I recall, he comes from Chimeramon. I think Chimeramon evolves into this. Actually, I might be wrong. So, Melharanamon, Megatramon, Andromon, Melmomemon, Megatramon. No, wait. Okay, that's just confusion. He does come from these guys. He could come from a Metal Greymon. What's Metal Greymon Ultra's form? What is this Metal Greymon? What is this Greymon? Just a Greymon with okay. Oh, it's like an anime. So the anime has a updated person. Okay. So I think that I think Machine Dramon comes from Mega Dramon. I bet he comes from Mega Dramon. That's my theory. It's that Mega Dramon becomes Machine Dramon. I think Giga Dramon might be able to, right? But then there's Mono Dramon. See, here's the thing. No, wait, sorry. It could become War Greymon, it could become Gynorexmon. I think it could only go a Machine Dramon. I think Machine Dramon's its true form. And you know what I think becomes Mega Dramon? Maybe Mono Dramon? Mini Digimon? That's a rookie. No. I think it's actually Air Dramon that could become Mega Dramon. Like, I think this is what becomes Mega Dramon. It's the vaccine Gale Virus. It's all three types. So, yeah, it goes a Mega Dramon. It also goes an Evil Metal Greymon. Like, I don't see what else would become a Machine Dramon. I don't think Metal Greymon would. Like, it's a virus. Like, Mega Dramon's a virus. I guess Metal Hyranamon could, but, like, Metal Hyranamon has Rust Hyranamon. Guys? 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 Do you see what he could become? You fuse him with Chimeramon? You fuse Machine Dramon with Chimeramon, and he becomes Millenniumon. That's not good. That's very bad. You do not want Millenniumon. Fun fact, we did see Millenniumon in Season 2. We did, in fact, see a Millenniumon in Season 2. Very, very briefly. And you know what Millenniumon becomes? It has two different forms. It has Moon Millenniumon, which is just this thing. It's the soul that exists inside Millenniumon. So, that's what Moon Millenniumon is. I'm not going to so confuse him with, well, apparently it becomes Sagmon. Sagmon is, yeah. It's a fusion of Galegi and, Millenniumon, apparently. And... what? So... apparently Moon Millenniumon could come from Diaboromon. Okay? So we have Seed Millenniumon. This guy was the final boss of Digimon Battle Spirit 2, I think. Or was it 1? And it is the only Digimon that, is wrapped in, Digicode. Fun fact, the Digicode here apparently is the, Digimon website, the official Digimon website that it's founded by. But, yeah, this guy is broken. This guy is very, very broken. You do not ever want to see this guy. If you see this guy, everything's gonna die. Everything's gonna die. Who am I at? I'm at Millenniumon. Also, if you notice, there's a Chaos Dramon. So this is a Machine Dramon that is super beefed up. This is a super beefy Machine Dramon. We actually saw this for the first time in Digimon World Who. I don't think we ever saw it in an anime yet. No. But it's a souped up Machine Dramon. So that's terrifying. I still hate how they made Machine Dramon, like, completely worthless in the anime. Like, he didn't do anything. In all honesty, though, Metal Seedramon didn't do a whole lot either. Metal Seedramon didn't do anything, like, at all. He pursued them, and then he died. Kind of like what happened in Machine Dramon. Like, it was kind of anticlimactic. Scorpiomon! So we got a Scorpion. He was kind of, you know, a derp. Who's he come from? What? Guys, there's no data on who becomes Scorpiomon or who comes from Scorpiomon. Okay. Sure. Oh yeah, Divermon. Divermon, this goofy guy. This goofy, stupid guy comes from a Beedramon. Is that a shrimp? Yeah, it's a lobster, rather. What is Gusokumon? Oh, I think Gusokumon is more likely to be its ultimate than Divermon. That's scary. That's a scary looking crab. Pinocchiomon. Pinocchiomon. Okay. Garbagemon. No, I forgot about Garbagemon. I thought Garbagemon came from, Raremon. Does he not? I guess we don't know. I guess we don't know what, anything about Garbagemon. What? So, the trash can sucks anything into it and it's a black hole? There's so many black holes. There's so many black holes in the digital world. Okay. I think there's Metal Enemon. Woodmon. Who's Woodmon? Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, Metal Enemon and, Maskmon. Does Maskmon do black holes? There's so many black hole using people. Ogamon. God, so many black holes. This is with healing her. There's more Mon Mon. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, and then this episode where Machine Dramon got. How many episodes was Machine Dramon around? Puppetmon gets defeated by Metal Garurumon. Zatsudan was around for like 2 episodes. She rips. Of course she does. Who doesn't rip holes in dimensions? Lady Digimon, which makes me upset that Lady Digimon does not become Lilithmon. I disagree. How does she not become Lilithmon? How does she not become Lilithmon? I am upset about that. And then Apocalypse. Speaking of Apocalypse, dude, this guy was like the big bad of the entire first season. And like, he was a joke. He dies in 1 episode. Actually, was he the whole problem in the first season? Like, was he the one behind everything in season 1, or was it just separate incidents? I don't think he was behind everything. Didn't he make the Dark Masters? I think he made the Dark Masters. Yeah, he transforms. He has Mayutismon, he has Devimon, he has Gatamon. So he could copy stuff. Apparently he could become Mephistomon. And you can't really dig stuff into him. He's just a fusion of a bunch of people. So, what? Wait. But Mephistomon's the ultimate. Okay. Huh? That doesn't make sense. And that is it for season 1. So we'll be back to we'll do season 2 next time, I think. I want to look at freaking Lilithmon, because you know what? I want to know what the heck, what becomes of Lilithmon. Ultimate Digimon with bewitching. What do you mean Monsaemon? I refuse to believe Monsaemon. But Baskmon sounds like... Okay. Let me look at Bargamon. Who's Bargamon? I don't think Baskmon becomes this. I don't think this is what Baskmon becomes. Wow. So apparently, Baskmon can become 2 different Digimon, depending on the code key. Really? Baskmon can become an old man? Why? Why? Why does this Arabian cat lady become an old man? That doesn't make sense. Witchmon. Witchmon. Okay. So maybe Witchmon is what becomes that. Who's Mikemon? Actually, I think this is what becomes, Baskmon. Yeah. So that becomes Baskmon. I don't think Witchmon only goes to Baskmon. It does. Okay? So there's 2 different ways to get Baskmon. And then Baskmon can't become a Lilithmon. My brain hurts. My brain absolutely hurts. I'm going to call it there for today, so I will say until next time, everyone, whenever that may be. Next time we will do Season 2. So, until then, everyone, whatever that may be.